The year is 2015. A man named Dante Buckley is currently attending North Carolina State University, where he achieves a Bachelor of Science in Computer Engineering. Towards the end of that same year, Dante develops what would be the earliest remnants of Onward, a milsim tactical shooter on early PC VR headsets. And little does Dante know, but his life was about to change forever. With the help of the small yet supportive virtual reality FPS community, he was able to work for about a year before finally releasing his game on Steam Early Access. And approximately 2 months later, his game was averaging about 50 concurrent players. A small but very dedicated fan base saw that Onward had its potential and wanted to support Dante on his fresh new endeavor. And fast forward a couple years, the player count spiked once more, and Dante ended up accruing about $400,000 from Onward alone. Everyone was excited to see where Onward would go. Dante and his newly accrued team, now called Downpour Interactive, slowly started rolling out more and more updates, and people were loving it. And from the looks of things, Onward was set up to become one of the biggest VR FPSs on the gaming market. All they had to do was not mess up. The Oculus Quest release of Onward in 2020 is still a controversial issue discussed in the community till this day, because while they were able to bring in an exponential number of players through the Oculus Quest, the sacrifices that were made for some were too great. With a massive dehaul on graphics and overall quality, Onward put themselves in a tight box, one which they could not get out. Now for Quest users, this is run-of-the-mill business. Most games aren't usually that graphically intense, so for them, they're used to this kind of thing. However, the downgrade also went to the PC VR players, so unfortunately, they got caught in the crossfire. This meant that for a lot of the OG players, their overall experience dropped significantly, and many PC VR players started to leave. And with that exodus, many of the YouTubers who originally covered the game eventually started to leave as well. And now, Onward was on the slow afterburner. Things especially didn't help when Downpour Interactive was acquired by Meta in 2021, and the founder and CEO of Downpour Interactive, Dante Buckley, resigned from Downpour Interactive. And as more and more VR shooters came out, Onward slowly started to fade into the limelight and became a shell of its former self. But Onward isn't done. It slowly started to make a little bit of a bounce back and gain a lot of its early player base. Nothing so crazy as it becoming the top MetaQuest 2 shooter, but it's definitely at a better point than where it was before.